Good morning everyone, welcome back to Wednesday's video. So guys, first job of the day. Well actually it's the second job of the day. The first job of the day was to finish this Cosworth block, boring it out to standard. And the second job is that we've got it on the grinder, giving it a face. So obviously I left those liners about 10 thou proud, something like that, and I'm just facing it on the grinder. I haven't used this grinder for quite a long time. We were tending to just use the milling machine over there, but you actually get a better finish with this thing. It's a lot better for cast iron and steel. And what we were tending to find is with these ductile iron liners in the cast iron block, where the cutter goes over, it's okay for cast iron on its own, but where it was hitting the steel, it tends to be not quite as good as if you'd grind it. So I'm just giving it one more pass over now, guys. Lovely little machine this really. As I say, it gives you a lot better finish. This one here, the MG, you can see now that's off the boring bar, and I've bored that out for those top hat liners. And you can see there how close those flanges are going to sit on the top. That is absolutely perfect, because what that means is the gasket is going to seal on top of the flange as opposed to the block around the firing. So that is absolutely perfect. Just got to mod the liners, which are down here, and I shall do that in a moment, guys. We've had a little bit of a setback on this Quattro block. So the customer has sent us in all the new rods, bearings, pistons and all the rest of it. It's nice trick pistons. We've cleaned the block up, and he has put on the instructions re-bore to suit the pistons. Now that bore there measures 80mm, and if I just go in here, these are the new pistons. So they're a Wasner item. You can see, very nice with the coated skirt, but unfortunately these pistons are at 80mm as well, so I'm not going to be able to bore it obviously to the pistons. So I've emailed him and said, what do you want to do? Do you want to just deglaze the bore, whereas really it needs a bore, or do you want to send these pistons back and get some oversized ones? But what I always recommend is, before you go buying pistons, let us bore it first. What we normally do, the routine is choose the manufacturer piston that you want, check the sizes available, and then we bore the block, obviously, to make sure it cleans at the smallest amount that is available, not just what they list. As soon as we've bored it and it's cleaned at that size, then we get the customer or ourselves will order that size of piston. So that's the usual step. A lot of the time we find if people supply their own pistons, even if they are oversized, you find that the block doesn't clean at that size bore. So it's always recommended that we bore it first, let you know, and then we'll get the pistons ordered. So yeah, it's a little bit of a setback, but we've got all the little bits laid out here. You can see the rods, look, quite a nice item. FCP Engineering, never heard of them myself, but I'm assuming they're pretty good. Usually these rods now are all of the same, using the same material. We will obviously torque those up, measure the housings, make sure they're absolutely true and on size. We always do that, even with the best quality rods. You know what I've said about rods, guys, we don't necessarily go by price, and even reputable brands now, what used to be reputable aren't necessarily all they're cracked up to be these days, I would say, on Conrods, mentioning no names. But we will just double check all those. Obviously there's a setback on the block, but as soon as we hear from the customer, we will let you know what's happening. The man is back.
I am. I'm here.
I got my days wrong. Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
I didn't get to put a video out yesterday. Main reason is because I wanted you to be on the next one, mate, and I got my days wrong. I thought you was back yesterday.
No, today. Sorry, mate.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Because you're here. How was your holiday, mate? How was your Christmas?
Yeah, it was lovely. Very nice.
Enjoy it?
Yeah. Nice and chilled.
Nice.
Although the last week I'd just been ill. So.
Nice 3 months off?
Yep, 3 months.
Seemed like it.
Yeah. Felt like a long time.
Did?
It's weird. Yeah.
What's it like coming back, though?
It's all right, to be fair. Feel all right.
Oh, good.
Just,
You haven't been very well, though, have you?
Nah, all last week. Not very well.
No.
A bit pointless
Well, anyway,
having the extra week off. But
you're back, mate. It's lovely to have you back.
Yeah, glad to be back.
On the case already, ain't you?
Yep.
Start getting some of these motors sorted.
Absolutely.
So I am in the process at the moment of balancing the second lot of mini rods.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the 2 boxes of stuff over in the corner for
Thomas Classic and Modern.
That's the one, which I always forget. So that is all I've got to do. We've put 2 sets of cam bearings in the A series block.
Oh yeah.
So that is pretty much done, really. You've balanced both cranks.
Yeah, balance the cranks. before
Lovely
Christmas,
jubbly.
So, yeah.
So that's another one we can get out. We have 2 pallets of boxes outside, which have just arrived.
We do.
From our friends at the Figaro shop.
Yeah.
So we've got 7 lots of Figaro engines to do there.
That's fine.
So I'm hopefully going to get them done in the next week or 2.
Yeah.
A lot of blasting and stuff like that.
Blasting.
Good solid 2 or 3 days and that's done, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon so.
But I have been, while you've been off, I've been pushing to get a lot of the machining jobs done so we can come in the next couple of weeks and start building some of these motors, isn't it?
Sounds good to me, yeah.
Sounds good. So what you've been doing over there, Chris's engine?
Yeah, Chris's engine, CTS. It's the little 1500 Transit.
So what we...
Transit or...
any
Berlingo.
horrors or all going smoothly?
All going all right, yeah. Got the bottom end. I thought I'd already done the bottom end before Christmas, but I hadn't. I'd just put a piston down the hole to check the protrusion.
Okay.
And that was all right. So
Nice.
I put the bottom end together this morning.
Yeah.
So we deglazed this one on the hone.
It's cleaned up lovely, really, isn't it? There's
Yeah,
a
there's
slight
a little
witness up the
mark at the
top, but it's
top.
nothing to feel. It's just
No, you can't feel it at all.
literally where the top ring starts. What's it like being back on the camera, mate?
Yeah, it's all
Bit
right.
weird after all these weeks.
It's all good. Feels like
quite
I'm
nice.
home again.
Didn't feel very good without you, actually. Wasn't enjoying it on my own.
Videos were good though, I thought.
Really?
Yeah, I like the videos.
Bit more techie, wasn't it? A bit
Yeah, a
more
little
like,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
not so much moaning.
No.
Tried to cut that out a little bit.
Yeah.
But because I've been so busy, I've done my best to get them out, but sometimes you just, it's more important to do the work, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's the new policy for this year.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, the changes we've made to the workshop, so all the way we've sort of going, has been working well, isn't it? Locking the door.
Yeah, locking the door, it's a bit more peaceful and sort of uninterrupted, which is nice.
Everyone that's turned up or rang up and then turned up has sort of accepted that the door is now
Oh, yeah,
locked, can't just wander about. And
yeah,
it's
they're
made a
understanding.
hell of a difference to the feel of it in here, with knowing
Yeah.
that people can't just wander around.
Yeah, you know you can sort of just crack on and you ain't going to have someone walking up behind you and
Yeah.
tapping you on the shoulder.
Very nice. So,
Yeah, I've got to get the head together now. Got to get the stem seals on,
yeah,
valves and springs on, and then the head will be ready to go on the block. So,
lovely.
and then get the sump on and then time it up and done.
Excellent, mate. Well, I've just finished the V8, honing the V8 over there, so that's coming off. I'm going to get the Cosworth honed, and then that's going on the pallet tomorrow and going to be sent off. So I've organised that for tomorrow. Customers paid, so plodding through it, mate. Had a
Yeah.
few liner jobs lately, which is all good. But slight change of subject, mate. I've been organising the last couple of days about the van situation that we have,
Oh yeah,
and also my private vehicle at home that my wife uses most of the time.
yeah.
Calls it her vehicle. I don't know whether the viewers are going to like this, mate.
Well, I don't know.
We're thinking about making a few changes. So with the way it is now, we used to go out and do a lot of work on site, but we don't really do that now. So
No.
a year or two back, we bought the grey van, little Transit Connect.
Courier or something? Yeah.
But we're thinking about sending the Transit Connect back and just using the orange van. Because really, that's what it's there for, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and we don't need two, do we? And we
Not
don't
really.
really have to go out anywhere that often.
No.
John pops down the road a couple of times a day, but
Yeah. So the situation is sort of pay monthly for our vehicle at home, which is a little A-Class Mercedes,
lovely car.
petrol. So I'm going to be sending that back in the next 2 weeks. Wife initially was not happy with that. So I'm going to have to tempt her with something else. And I've actually been looking at electric vehicles.
Going over to the dark side. Fair enough, and to be totally honest, although I don't buy into them being better for the planet, I think that's a load of
Yeah, I think it's all a
crap.
bit of a... Yeah.
But they're good cars. Especially if you're
really.
buying them brand new and getting rid of them a couple of years later. They'll do you well.
I'm only mentioning this because I'm going to be very interested to see what the comments say about this. And it sort of goes against what we do, doesn't it?
Well, it
but
does.
then, does it because a lot of the motors we do now, we're more into the classic and the performance-y stuff, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
And that's obviously the engine stuff.
There you
and
go.
that, but
I'm sure you can call that carbon offsetting or something.
there we go.
Reducing our carbon footprint.
That's what I'm
by
doing.
Lee's wife
That's what
driving
we're
around
doing.
in an electric car.
Yeah, we
There
are.
you go.
Potentially getting rid of a diesel,
Yeah.
moving on to electric.
Carbon offsetting.
Carbon offsetting, that's exactly what I'm doing. But please let me know what you think down in the comments. Haven't done it yet, this is
No.
just an idea, but thinking of doing it in the next couple of weeks.
So what electric cars are you looking at? Teslas?
Looked at Teslas, also looked at the, what was it?
BYD.
BYD, Chinese manufacturer, apparently one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world now. Impressive bit of kit, meant to be really good.
They are.
Also, we're going next Thursday to sort of maybe do the deal on the Mercedes we already have, and we're going to be having a look at the EQB and an EQC, which are a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Because
SUV.
at the moment, I use the van at a weekend for private use, and we drag the family around in that. Whereas again, to reduce the carbon footprint, we could use, if we got a bit bigger electric car, we could maybe use that to tow the family around.
Yeah.
And just use the big orange Transit for sort of business to and from work,
Yeah.
maybe. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, why not?
But part of me feels like I'm
Betraying.
really.
Well, I don't know. It's
the advantage with the tax advantage with
for
it as well,
round
isn't
here.
it?
For round here, I expect it to be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, getting you about. And they're good. They are decent cars and they're quick and that. But
They are. And, you've got plenty of
do
incentive off the government now.
yeah, you do.
At the moment anyway, and also the energy companies are doing some really good deals on
Yeah.
electric and stuff for them. So, yeah, we're just trying to. It's another way of helping with the carbon footprint and also financial side of the business, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we're going to be cutting fuel
Well,
costs,
that's
etc.
realistically why a lot of them. You know, you see some companies now. They're all their vans are electric and this and
Yeah.
that. And why do you think that is? It's because there's, tax benefits.
Exactly.
And stuff.
Yeah, I think from a business point of view, it's definitely be saving money. Any money you save is less money you got to earn, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think about that, guys. Be interested to know.
See how that goes down.
Oh dear. Just before we go though, mate, looking at the BDA, obviously we're going to be starting that BDA shortly.
Yeah.
Once you finish Chris's, probably get in amongst that, get it on
Yeah.
a stand. But talking of the BDA, Charlie got in touch with me the other day. Finally sent me a picture of a brand new cylinder head for a BDA,
Nice.
which is going to be on the Escort. Got me a bit excited about that Escort. We were chatting about it earlier, weren't we?
Yeah.
So although it's just a cylinder head at the minute, it is a brand new one. So
Brand new BDA cylinder head.
over the next few months, we're going to be getting involved with that Escort, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it for ages.
No.
Might have to pop over Stuart's and have a
Only
little
over
look
the
at
road.
it again.
Yeah.
See if I can bring back the love. But yeah, exciting times.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. Till maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow,
I reckon
innit?
we have a little
Got
crack
plenty
at
to
the
go
video
on
tomorrow.
about here.
Yeah.
Yeah, until then, have a good evening. Cheers, guys.